What is up, my lovely people in Blue Cranium land? So for today's video, guys, I'm going to be drawing y'all a Chuck Taylor, also known as a Converse boot, in my type of a skull version. So if that's something you guys are interested in, stick around and let's get started. So I went ahead and did this rough sketch ahead of time and figured I'd do the inking online or in the video and not really show you all too much of the rough sketch because that kind of takes a whole lot of time. But pretty much what I was trying to go for is trying to give the shoe that nice textured look because it is going to be a skull shoe. And I'm trying to remember the first time I seen a pair of Chuck Taylors. I think it was the low top ones, and it was, as usual, it was my mom, dad, and my sister that had gone shopping, and we'd gone to the shoe section. And for some odd reason, I mean, like, you know, when you see a pair of black and white shoes, for some reason it just stands out as one of the most eye-catching pairs, you know. And at the time I didn't really know what Chuck Taylor was or Converse, and I was like, man, those are cool, like, you know. And I thought, like, you know, just looking at the Converse or the canvas material and then the black and white contrast, it was just something that really stood out. But ever since I had a pair of them, I've always been a big fan of them. And you know, if you look up on YouTube, or even like if you just do a Google search of Chuck Taylors that are customized, there's a whole lot of stuff you can find out there. So I figured, like, you know, if I was gonna have a custom Chuck Taylor shoe, it would kind of be something like this, you know, something that would be a high top, and you know, something that could have like that nice weathered texture look, so it could kind of have that nice skull and skeleton vibes going on. Since we're talking about the subject of Converse and customized shoes, back in 2008, I remember when Air Force Ones were kind of like a big thing. I kind of got this big old box of different sizes, and I kind of did like a custom version of these different shoes and then sold them on eBay. And to my surprise, all of them did sell. And maybe in a video down the line, I might probably do like like a video just to show you guys, like, you know, the paintings and the drawings that I did on these shoes. And the paint that I used was Angelus leather paint, and that was like a complete trial and error because I didn't even know that you could have shoes that were painted, let alone with paints that were actually made for the use of leather shoes. So all in all, I think they came out pretty good for the first try. And I have like a whole bunch of Google pictures of all the shoes that I had done, so maybe I might share it with you at some point, but just wanted to throw that out there. When I was choosing the colors for this piece, I kind of wanted to keep it really basic and kind of go with the signature Converse shoes that are black canvas with like white laces. But just so it would be a little bit different, I kind of thought of changing out the white part of the shoe to have like a kind of like a beige color to represent the skull vibe. And then I figured, like, you know, give it these kind of like rings over here to show some sort of like a nut and bolt kind of feature on the shoe. And I think personally the Converse shoes are really cool in the aspect that you can really customize them, and especially if you get a pair of like white ones, because I mean that's like kind of like drawing on a regular drawing book. And if you can transfer the image that you're going to be drawing onto the shoe, I think that's the main part of actually getting the illustration done, you know, because I mean drawing on canvas is completely different than if you were to be drawing on a regular piece of paper that's actually got some smooth texture to it. But once that's down and you actually use the paint, it kind of becomes really fun and really cool to see how it slowly comes together. I mean, you gotta kind of dilute the paint sometimes if it gets too thick. But for the most part, it was a really fun project that I did at the time, like, doing the different shoes. And there was actually a customer that actually requested to have something specially done for her. I think one was a butterfly shoe, and I think the other one was Winnie the Pooh. And I think another one was the Simpsons, which is another pair of shoes that I think came out really cool. Especially like the colors of the Simpsons, the yellow skin, and then all the characters with their hair color and all that other fun stuff. So for the shading also, I just kind of wanted to keep it simple and just go with like a darker shade of the colors that I did choose, so that way it has that nice accent look and give it that look of the canvas, like as if it was twisted, or what do you call it, curved, I guess, if you're looking at the shoe. But for the most part, this was definitely a fun illustration, and this is like just one of the different ones that I wanted to do for you guys. So if I do ever customize a shoe for myself, or a boot, or a high top, maybe I might actually make a video and actually show y'all how it actually turns out. So yeah, for the highlights, I kind of just chose a lightish blue color, and then just kind of worked my way around the boot and just did some more coloring and kind of finished it while I was not recording. But anyway guys, let's go ahead and wrap this video up and say thank you to everybody that's been following along, and also for the new followers. And I will see you guys in the new year. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.